dynamism, enthusiasm, a great deal of innovation, and a World Cup in 2030 together.
And we are having a very exciting mission here in Rabat, but also in Casablanca, of no less than 12 companies and other organizations which have been closely involved in the organizing of major sporting events from the London Olympics in 2012, the Birmingham Commonwealth Games in 2014, until recently, many of them have been closely involved in the organizing of the World Cup in Qatar in 2022. And so with the prospect of Morocco being the host for the Coupe Africaine des Nations in 2025, and of course co-host of the FIFA World Cup in 2030, and by the way, in between that time, the four British footballing nations plus the Republic of Ireland will be hosting the European Championships in 2028. There's a vast amount of expertise that our British companies and organizations can bring to share, and also a great deal that we can learn from Morocco's experiences as well. We also have something that we call the Infrastructure and Projects Authority of the British government, which handles all of the major infrastructure projects around sporting events and indeed other events, including developing, for example, airport and railway infrastructure for the government and with the help of the government and together with the private sector. So this is where we feel that the partnership which we are developing between Morocco and the UK can really show benefits to both sides, but also to all the people, including, we hope, the very large numbers of British football fans who will be coming here to watch one or more of the British home nations in pursuing their dreams in the Football World Cup here in 2030.
It's been a fantastic week with the delegation of UK businesses here in Morocco. We've been in Casablanca and Rabat. We've had fantastic meetings with government, with the private sector. It's an exciting time in Morocco. We have the World Cup in 2030. We have the African Cup of Nations in 2025 and 2026. And we have a panoply of other events, the Club World Cup, the futsal international competition. And we are, as the UK, delighted and passionate about working with Morocco in these endeavours. The UK has delivered some world-class infrastructure. Lusail Stadium in Doha, for example, the Queen Elizabeth Park in London for the London Olympics. And we are passionate about working with Morocco to develop the infrastructure for the future, to deliver the African Cup of Nations and to deliver the World Cup. It's been a really good week. We've had lots of good discussions. And we're keen to continue those discussions over the next few months. Partnerships that we want to establish in Morocco, there's a lot of expertise in Morocco. I mean, there's no doubt that the contractors here, are ambitious. They've delivered projects at scale, and they are ready to be, strong partners with the UK, not just in Morocco, but in wider Africa. So we've had a lot of discussions on that. We've had discussions on how to structure projects. We have some lawyers in the delegation that have expertise in PPP, for example. And we have had discussions about how you think about legacy when you're delivering the games. So rather than just a 6-week event, how can you make sure that the infrastructure you're building is used by Moroccans for generations to come? And the discussions we've had on that have been really interesting and I think very well received.